Hello, I'm Sarah Fisk, and welcome to the Preeminent Customer Experience Huddle number 30. Today we want to discuss the two components of our third quality standard, problem solving and attentiveness. Imagine your car is acting up. It's making a funny noise and begins to shake when it goes over 60 miles per hour. You're concerned about both issues, so you call a local mechanic asking if they can look at your car that day because you're heading on a long trip in the morning. The person on the phone asks you to hold while he checks the schedule. A few minutes later, a different voice comes on the line, explains that she is the shop owner, and says that she can squeeze you in that afternoon if you can be there at 3. You hang up the phone, grateful for her flexibility and willingness to help. At the appointed time, you pull your vehicle into the repair bay. The attendant greets you as you step out of the car, introduces herself as the shop owner who talked to you earlier on the phone, and asks you to put your contact information on a repair form. She doesn't ask you about the problems you are experiencing, and when you offer to share the details, she responds with, "I know this make and model like the back of my hand. You might say it's my specialty. Just give me the keys, grab yourself a cup of coffee, and have a seat in the waiting room. It shouldn't take too long." Time passes. An hour turns into 2, and you start to become frustrated. You look at the clock and realize that the shop is about to close for the day. At that moment, the waiting room door opens, and the owner walks in. She says that she identified the problems and everything is good to go. After a quick rundown of the bill, most of which made no sense to you, she charges you $626 and sends you on your way. As you back out of the repair bay, you observe the lights turning out in the shop and notice that the open light has flipped to close. You're feeling confused and a bit frustrated that so little information was provided, but happy that you can at least drive your car home for the evening. So you pay the bill, grab your keys, head home, and pack your car so that you can make an early start the next morning. The following day, you hit the road early. You jump on the highway and set the cruise control for 79 miles per hour and head north. As the car starts to accelerate, you feel good until the car hits 55 miles per hour, and suddenly the noise and rattling from yesterday begins again. What do you do? What do you think? What do you think now of your customer experience? Is your problem solved? Do you feel like you were taken care of? Part of providing a world-class preeminent customer experience is the ability to keep the customer aware of what is happening throughout their time working with you. Focusing on both components of our third quality standard, problem solving and being attentive, is what allows you to not only solve a problem, but to stay connected to your customer as you're working on the problem. It also ensures that the problem you think you are solving is the actual problem your customer wants you to address. For today's huddle, chat with your team for a few minutes about the customer interactions they have and whether, when their customer heads back out onto the road, you are sure they have solved the actual problem so that when their vehicle gets out there again, you don't experience the shaking once it gets back up to 55 miles per hour. I'm Sarah Fisk, and I'll see you next time.